Walk with me.
Unto thee will I cry, O Lord, my rock. Be not silent to me, lest if thou be silent to me, I become like them that go down into the pit. Hear the voice of my supplication when I cry unto thee, when I lift up my hand toward thy holy oracle. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. Give them according to their deeds and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands. Render them their desert. Because they regard not the works of the I am, nor the operation of his hands. He shall destroy them and not build them up. Blessed be the I am, because he hath heard the voice of my supplication. The I am is my strength and my shield. My heart trusteth in him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoice, and with my song I will praise him. The I am is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed. Save thy people and bless thy inheritance. Feed them, also lift them up forever. Yes, a psalm of David. Psalms chapter 28. Deliver me from the hands of evil spirits who have sway over the thoughts of men's hearts, and let them not lead me astray from thee, my God. Establish thou me in my seed forever, that we go not astray henceforth and forevermore. A prayer of Abraham. Jubilees chapter 12 and verse 20. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, I'm T. Clay 213 on TikTok and Mr. Clay on YouTube. Yes, and we thank God for those of you that have been with us from the beginning, and those of you that have moseyed on in between now and here's there's about. And we thank God for those of you that have just subscribed or follow. We thank God for you. Yes, yes, yes. And we pray that you continue to follow, and that your intention is to learn the scriptures and understand what God has for you. And also those who are about to follow and subscribe. We thank God for you, calling those things that are not as though they are. Yes. Yes, we're in the book of Jasher, chapter 9 and verse 33. We ended with 32, where God had confounded the tongues of those who had built this tower, which is said to be 3 miles walk in circumference. 3 days walk in circumference. They had to have the base real wide, you understand, because they're building a cone, an upward cone, or some type of pyramided, pointed cone in a pyramided shape, sort of like. But it was conical, yes. Now, in verse 33, it says, and for that day following, they forgot each man his neighbor's tongue, and they could not understand to speak in one tongue. When the builder took from the hands of his neighbor lime or stone which he did not order, the builder would cast it away and throw it upon his neighbor. In other words, throw it down, and it would hit somebody, that he would die. And they did so many days, and they killed many of them in this manner. I don't need this. I don't want this. This is such a narrow pass. And then there's somebody standing below him that he's not even paying attention to, that this rocks and this lime hit him. And they did so many days, and they killed many of them in this manner. This is one way God got rid of them. Now 35, and the voice and the I am smote the 3 divisions that were there. Okay, 3 divisions, divided them up in 3. And he punished them according to their works and designs. And those who said their designs, this is their designs. One of their designs is, we will ascend to heaven to serve our gods. He made them become like apes and elephants. In other words, they were ranting around. And those who said, this is their behavior that he's talking about. And we will smite the heavens with arrows. The I am killed them. That's the 2nd division. And one man through the hand of his neighbor. And the 3rd division through those who said, we will ascend to heaven and fight against him. And the I am scattered them throughout the earth. In other words, only a 1/3 was left of all the men on the Tower of Babel. The same thing that would happen even in the end of the age. or the earth. Verse 36, and those who were left amongst them, when they knew and understood the evil which was coming upon them, they forsook the building, and they also became scattered upon the face of the whole earth. And they ceased building the city and the tower, therefore he called that place confusion or Babel. For there the I am confounded or confused the language of the whole earth, the known earth at that time. Behold, it was at the east of the land of Shinar. So you find the land of Shinar. I mean, there's many. See, the names have been changed to confuse you. You go east of the land of Shinar, and you will find the Tower of Babel, period. Now, this is the description. And as to the tower which the sons of men built, the earth opened his mouth and swallowed up 1/3 part thereof, and a fire also descended from heaven and burnt another third. And the other third is left to this day, and it is of that part which was lost, as it is its circumference is 3 days' walk. And many of the sons of men died in that tower, and people without number. So it should have fire and brimstone. It could have what you would call lava rock, sort of burnt rock, sort of lava-like rock, and should be a pit or something there. But then the circumference, if you can find the circumference of that by the land, you find the land of Shinar, and it's covered by dirt and stuff. So these things will be kind of vague in a way, and you will not see it. But these serve as a reminder. You can try to make your way to God or be better than God, man. Your missiles, your guns, your money, and all these things whereby men make themselves gods or think that they're God, but you're just flesh. You shall die. Yes, you'll grow old and die. I don't care how many AIs you put your brain into or whatever you call yourself trying to preserve of yourself, you're still going to die. Now, chapter 10. And Peleg, the son of Eber or Ebri, died in those days, in the 48th year of the life of Abram, the son of Terah. And all the days of Peleg were 239 years. That's pretty good. And when the I Am had scattered the sons of men on account of their sin at the tower, behold, they spread forth into many divisions, and all the sons of men were dispersed into 4 corners of the earth. And all the families became each other according to its language and its land or its city. In other words, as they understood each other, they grouped together. And the sons of men built many cities according to their families, and on all the places where they went, and throughout the earth where the I Am had scattered them. And some of them built cities in places from which they were afterwards extirpated. In other words, they were cast out. And they called these cities after their own names, or the names of their children, or after their particular occurrences. This is how they, whatever occurred, or their children, or sometimes the children's name would be their experiences. And the son of Japheth, the son of Noah, went and built themselves cities in the places where they were scattered, and they called their cities after their name. And the sons of Japheth were divided upon the face of the earth into many divisions and languages. Okay, let's get this together. And these are the sons of Japheth according to their families: Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Mesech, Titus. And these are the children of Japheth according to their generations. And the children of Gomer according to their cities were Frankum. Now Frankum is also, just to name a few, is above Portugal. Frankum is above Portugal in Spain. It's really by the ocean, pretty close to the ocean. Yes, and you can look that on Google Maps. So that could be one of the places that the children of Japheth had spread to. And according to their cities were Frankum, who dwelt in the land of Franza. Now remember Franza. Frankum dwelt in the land of Franza. So the land of Franza it could be up there above Portugal by Spain or in that area. See, you have to realize that the Gentiles, they border off their lands. Instead of some of us, we use trees or land markers or whatever. saying this is our land. But these people, they actually have lines. Even in the United States, year by year, they go and up there in the northern parts, they measure out each inch by inch their borders. It's really weird how these people are so selfish and divided. Now, he says, now Franza we know is above, it says Franza. Go to Google Maps, look up these names, Franza. Franza is by the river Franza, but it's not called that river today. Neither the Sena River is called the river Sena, but there are rivers near in the area of Franza. Now, the children of Repha are the Bartonium who dwell in the land of Bartonium by the river Leda, which empties its water into the sea Gihon, that is Oceanus. Now, this sea is called the Baltic Sea, okay? It is oceanic, should I say. It's in the country of Lithuania. Yes. And it empties into the Baltic Sea. You look up there, you look for this name, Bartonia. Or you can be another name too. It could be it's called Bartonia. It's there. It's right there. I mean, it's on Google Maps. I'm using something that's really common to all of us. Now, and also, in verse 10, the children of Togarmah are 10 families, and these are their names: Buzar, Pastunak, Balga, Ikanium, Rabib, Tarki, Biz, Tubak, Ungal, and Tamals, and these spread there and rested in the north and built themselves cities. Now you say, how did Moses understand this? The angel of presence, that angel, one of the 24 angels, the 70 angels that are in front or before the throne of the Most High, was sent to Moses to tell him this. And this made to a person named Jasher, or whoever this person Jasher is. Moses conveyed this thing, but this is another portion of it. This is a part that's not told by the book of Jubilees or the book of Enoch. Just as the gospel, some parts are reckoned and some parts are not, but reckoned by another person. Okay? Now, it says now, and all these spread and rested in the north, I'm in verse 10, and built themselves cities, and they called their cities and their own name after their own names. And there are those who abide by the rivers, Hilath and Italic unto this day. In other words, it's in Italy. Hilath is in Italy, somewhere in Italy. But the families of Engoli, Bulgar, and Parzunik, they dwell by the great river Dubni. And the names of their city are according to their own names. Now, Bulgar. Now, there's Bulgar, Russia. There's a Bulgar in Russia. Yes. And there are rivers there also. Now, could this be them? It's up to you to accept it or reject it. Now, also, you have, and they call their cities after their own name. Now we go to verse 12. But the families of Angola, Bulgar, and Puzur, they dwell by the river Dubni. So one of the rivers that is by Bulgar in Russia should be Dubni. But like we said again, names have been changed. Yes, and this is not by incident. This is a heavenly thing. This has been established in heaven before it was established on earth. Now, all according to their own names. And the children of Javan are the Javinium, who dwell in the land of Macedonia. The children of Medai, or Medair, are the Orlam, that dwell in the land of Kirshan. And the children of Tubal are those that dwell in the land of Toscana by the river Pashaya. Now, Macedonia, or Macedonia, this is just the name how it's pronounced, is in Greece, according to Greece, yes. Tubal, okay, you had Tubal by the river of Pashka or Tuskanak, Croatia. Croatia is where it's at. Croatia, that's in Russia. That's up in the most northern parts by the river Durban. Now, Croatia is right up. You could see it. Just go to the maps. Go to, I think it's Bulgaria or something like that. Somewhere in that area, you'll see Croatia, and then you'll see Tuskanak is the name. Now, let's continue. Now, the children of Elisha and Almenim, they also went and built themselves cities in verse 15. Those cities are situated between the mountains of Job and Sibatmo. Yes, of them were people of the Lombardy who dwell opposite the mountain of Job and Sibatmo. Now, and they conquered the land of Italia. Now, these are the Italians. This is the Romans. Yes, the Romans is what they're saying. Now, you have some say, well, Rome was in the United States. Maybe so, maybe not. Names have been changed, okay? Then you have some that have been there that may have came from Rome and named a lot of things there in the ancient days after their towns and cities that they dwell in. Then you have those of a religious conviction that have named things like they have called it Jerusalem, they call it Palestine, and all these other things. These are after the people from their ancestral lands. They named the lands in the United States that way. Now, you have to be careful of how we say things are so and thus. Put it that way. Now, and the children of Chittim are the Roman who dwelt in the river valley of Canopia by the river Tiber. It's still in Italy. And the children of Dudonum are those who dwell in the cities of the Sea of Gihon in the land of Bardna. That's Bardna. Now that is it. Some of these places I don't know. Some of those they have not. The names have been changed, and it's not even clear on Google Maps and then or Google Earth. And also you have those that are the names have been changed, and there's just no way of searching it back again. And these are the families of the children of Japheth according to their cities and languages when they were scattered after the tower. They called their cities after their names and occurrences, and these are the names of all the cities according to their families, which they built in those days after the tower. Now, most of the children of Japheth, they've generally kept the names of their cities, even those that have been colonized or taken over by those we know as Italians and Romans and Russians and all that today. Yes. Now, also, and verse 19, and the children of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan, according to their generations and cities. And all these went and built themselves cities as they found fit places for them. Okay? And they called their cities after the name of their fathers, Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. And the children of Mizraim are the Ludim, and Anamim, and Lehabim, and Nephtuchim, Pathrusim, Kalsukim, and Kalsturim, 7 families. And all these dwell by the river Sihor, which is the river Nile. That is a brook of Egypt. And they built themselves cities and called them after their own name. So we're talking about Egypt. We're talking about Sudan, which was one Sudan at one time, or Cush. And we're talking about also the last one, but not least, Canaan, which was north of all of this, or going east of Egypt. And then up, because Jerusalem is surrounded, the place of Jerusalem is surrounded by mountains. And with that, we're going to say peace.